Nick, it's like this, I'm not somebody who's pro-police. I've never had a problem with the law, you know, but it just, man, it's so hard, man, to see what's going on. And this kind of stuff, man, conduct, has been going on. I heard the Attorney General, Barr, the chief law enforcement officer of the land, even say that, these prosecutors are crybabies and that they're headhunters and they need to stop, just prosecuting because they can. And so, and I thought about that, and then he also said that, one of the most challenging things to life today against a person's civil liberties is when you request people be locked down in their homes and he also equated that to slavery, right? He said, he put it this way, he said the most challenging civil liberties to a person since slavery, but he said slavery was a different thing, but he basically said that these lockdowns, right? But he then went on to say, when he said that, I was like, no, one of the most challenging things to a person's civil liberties today is no-knock warrants, where these cops lie and claim that they have CIs, they lie to judges to get these warrants, and judges, it's hard. Once a judge signs a warrant, it's good. So a judge assumes that when an officer comes to him, he's telling the truth. But a lot of these officers, they do it's called judge shopping. And in my case, what happened, even though they had no warrant, what my attorney did at the time, Michael White, he worked with the DA and the judge that was Francis, one of the judges, and they got warrants and they went and backdated this warrant, and somebody took it to this Mark Barnell in his house in Georgetown, and he signed off on it, and so according to the officer that got the warrant, Mosley, he said that he signed it in the court. And so my lawyer investigated that with the judge who was at the time, and she said, well, he didn't sign it in my court, but I'm getting ready to retire, and I don't want to be involved, so don't call me as a witness. And so he left that alone. But it's just tough, man. It's tough, man, to have my freedoms and liberties trumped on, man, by these. Basically, man, it's safe to say these officers are cowards. Anytime that one of your friends, someone that you serve beside, what I'm saying, and this officer sent you guys, that is Ryan Hart, sent you guys there, and he was illegal. And a lot of the African American lawyers, they didn't want to come in after they found out what happened, but they went on relented. They came in and made changes in their statements and all these things, but there's one thing for sure, one of the officers that was there, he saw what happened, and so that's why it's important, Nick, to get these officers in, to get these officers ready for trial. But it's been 5 years, Nick. I don't believe this officer. If your attorney keeps telling you the same thing, that he's going to file motions and then he don't, then he go in court and he litigate motions and don't know what the motions are. And I'm serious, man, and it seems like he's looking for the judge to assist him, and he's shaking and he's acting nervous. Basically, he know what he's doing is wrong. But he say he's a good Catholic man and he do the right thing, this and that. But, you involve yourself in evil things, you know what I'm saying? You can't have nobody, man, make you do something that you know is not right. You do it because you want to do it. You understand what I'm saying? And you do it because money is the root to all evil. You know, so it's tough, man. You know, it's unprofessional. Lawyers unprofessional. This Carlos Garcia, and I just, man, you know, I'm just going through so much, man. You know, trying to deal with this guy, you know, and even other members that was part of the team quit because of this guy, you know. And I had one of the members named Jonathan Taylor. He was telling me, man, you know, to try to, you know, communicate with this guy. And as I tried, I never could, you know, because he constantly stabbed me in the back, you know, basically he's working for them. He's the team. They've created videos and stuff based on not what the officer said in these reports, but based on what the DA wanted him to do. And basically, you know, sell me out, man, you know, so I'm fighting, man. So right now I filed all these motions and I'm going to try to send them into the court. At least, man, I can show that, man, listen, this guy is violating my rights, you know what I mean? And anytime the court can't be used to do the regular legal judicial process, I don't need my lawyer telling me that the judge won't let them do their job. But check this out. It's not on the judge to make sure I get a fair trial. That's why you have to have somebody that know how to litigate motions. You know, it's the judge courtroom. The judge is the boss. If the judge got bias towards my case, that's all right. But the bottom line, that's why they have appellate courts. But you have to have a good lawyer to raise your legal issues and not have a lawyer come in that's talking, and have these hearings without motions, because also the appellate courts say it's not their job to search the record to look for the things that you want to complain about. So if there's any issues you need to have complained about, you need to have put together motions. And all motions are a motion to suppress. You know, you can challenge the affidavit on the constitutionality of the affidavit. You know what I'm saying? And then you can request that on another motion that issues be suppressed. You know what I'm saying? But it's really nothing in my case to be suppressed but my statement. And then he want to use my statement after the police put a gun down my throat and pistol with me. He want to use a statement because he know that statement is dangerous and it open doors, different doors. So, you know, it just show you, man, the magnitude of corruption. And this lawyer is corrupt, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's corrupt to the core. You know what I'm saying? And most lawyers, man, legally, they don't never want you to lose a statement, man, after you done a pistol up here, a gun shoved down your throat and all this, man. You know, and then not only that, he knows that the consent form that I signed, he know it wasn't really even a consent form. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, they use it. They use trickery. And legally, if the police use trickery and stuff like that, and you making a statement, then that statement can't be used against you. But if your lawyer is telling you, yeah, I want to use that statement because it's parts he want to use, then it's going to be parts the DA want to use. That's going to, you know, open doors to make your trial unfair because there's certain things that, because the rule of evidence can't be put before a jury, you know. But if you open the door, like these attorneys trying, then you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? If you got attorneys who don't know what they're doing, they open certain doors for prosecutors going to exploit that. And that's what this attorney's doing. This attorney, man, murder case. And so you have to know what you're doing. I can represent myself and do a better job. You know, they say most people that represent themselves as a fool for a crime, but at least I can file the motions because the most important thing you can do in a case like this is challenge that first search warrant. And because but for that first search warrant, this don't happen. But if you let them change cause, them separate one issue from the whole issue, then a lot of that stuff from that first affidavit, the search warrant, and they gonna say that I consented, and if I don't ever challenge that consent, then I can't say that, you know, hey, I never did consent, because the rule of law is basically if the police violate and they do a violation at your house, but you consent to a second search, then what they did on the first search don't matter. So that's why it's important that you have to challenge the first search warrant, you know what I'm saying, and be strong about that challenge. And anytime they make any changes in your cause number, you make sure you go on the record as to why they changed your cause number. And these attorneys haven't did that yet, man. You know, I mean, they'll ask questions. They asked Paul Williams questions, and they said, "Oh, well, he's been reindicted because there wasn't no blacks on the jury, on the grand jury." And Paul Williams and my lawyer asked Paul, he said no, but he failed to get him on the record as to why. You know, and so all this stuff, man, is legal. So he's really making critical errors, man, and that's why the prison population is full, because the issues I'm talking about I won't raise, and that I know that should be raised, and what should be fought, and what should be going on in my case, it's not. You know what I'm saying? And so who they're going to call is the bad officers, like Kirk, who lied, Ryan Hart, who sent them over there, who lied, Will, and some of them bad officers that knew what was going on in the first place. So yes, officers leave the force, man, because of that. This, you know, they took this officer and they want them to change their statements, and they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what you know, one of the attorneys told me. And I even heard this was a hit, you know, and they go out, you know, basically they go out with these no-knock warrants, and they be hunting people. You know what I'm saying? Because they know if they kill you, that's a paid vacation. So, you know, a lot of times, you know, it's crazy that you can get killed. And the officer can say, well, you know, I want a vacation. He can go out and kill you and get a vacation. And that's something, man, you know. And so, you know, I like I said, I have nothing against these cops. Before they came to my house, I've sold nobody no drugs. When they went in my house, they found no drugs. This warrant saw, you know, all this stuff is done, man, after they messed up. Then they created all this stuff and put all this stuff out in the media that's false. You know what I mean? And so it's tough, man. You know, it's tough to go through this and be here this long. And now, you know, these lawyers, what they do is, the judges do, he has messed my case up. And all this time, he's been on my case. And I can't get him to file motions. I can't get him to communicate with me. I can't get him to be professional with me. And so the black lawyer, he was the same way. He stood on my case all this long. And, you know, all of a sudden he want to bail out at the end after he created all this madness and all this corruption. You know what I'm saying? It's just tough, man. It's tough, man, you know, but whenever, man, you got a situation like this where the police, they shoot the police and allow to sweep it under the rug, and then they gonna do it again, you know. And, you know, it's tough. I feel bringing them family, man, because, they want me in the court system to understand, what I can't understand because I have to look at his wife and know what they doing is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they tell her that the ballistics mismatch, but they just had a case where they tampered with the ballistics, and another no-knock warrant. So I said all this before this even happened. The same thing that's going on in Breonna case, the reason why they fired that officer is because they didn't have no warrant probably. You know what I'm saying? And they said they fired with reckless disregard for human life. In my case, they fired with way more reckless disregard, and they refused to give the ballistics, refused to turn over evidence of the ballistics, who shot what, who shot where, they refused to turn over all these DPS reports and these FBI reports, and basically, my lawyers are refusing to subpoena witnesses, and my case is one of the most solemn rights that I got. You know what I'm saying? If the FBI was there and they investigated, then they're witnesses. They'll come when they know that they got you, but they won't come when you're right, and they know that the police is involved in corruption. Then they don't want to show up. I had a guy who had the same kind of case like mine here, and he went to trial in 2017 and 2018, and the FBI was at his trial because they had him deadwood. But the FBI investigate when they got something to do with the police, and then they'll say they don't want to come because they don't want to be part of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And so that's concerning to me. And also in this case, they caused the officers death for an accident at Darnell. Then they moved to Scott Wright. Then they switched it to homicide. You know what I'm saying? And so what they said is that you guys can just do what you want to do, but we're going to get this guy. Make whatever changes that you want to make. Do whatever any corrupt process you got to do, just do it. Because they know that they can get you in front of a jury and convict you with the people that they have around here. You know what I'm saying? And that's tough. So that's what the Attorney General said, that these prosecutors need to stop headhunting, and bringing charges against people, you know what I'm saying, for political reasons. So that's what the Attorney General, William Barr said. But he also said that, he said that having people in their home, isolated in their homes, is like slavery. It takes away one of the greatest civil liberties. I beg to differ. I think that's tone deaf.
You have 1 minute left.
I'm saying that the worst thing that can happen to a person is these no-knock